Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Welcome to the weekend, Scorpio. I am dropping these on the weekend, but please remember that whenever you get this reading, today, tomorrow, next year, it could apply to you. It may not apply to you this time around because this is a general reading and we're not all at the same place at the same time in our lessons, right? So Scorpio, if you have come back here, because you always do and you're my ride or die, thanks for coming back. And if you are somebody who is who's here for the first time, welcome. I appreciate you giving this a shot today. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio. Scorpio, we're just going to talk about a 9-card draw this week and just tarot. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about how to find the extended. If you're interested in that, I'll also talk to you about the sales that are coming up and the sales that are currently on right now. So for private reads, let's find out what's going on for you. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Friends, how was that full moon for you? Tell me in the comments. Has anything changed? Did you let anything go? Has anything recently left your life? That's what full moons are for. Let's find out what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio. We have the King of Wands. We have the Justice card. You have some wisdom about something that you want here. And I don't think, like, the King of Wands is somebody who has learned to control their passion. They know what they want because they've controlled their reflex, right? They're now responding. They're not reacting. And although the King of Wands can still be a bit reactive, this particular energy, I feel this King of Wands with this Justice card is telling me that someone here is careful not to react or overreact. Feels like the King of Wands has enough wisdom to know when justice is in town. Something here is the King of Wands has wisdom enough to bring something to an even balance or to a harmonious state. We do have the Three of Pentacles. It does feel like there is something that you're building here. You might be building it with a group of people, a community, possibly in the workplace. But generally, the Three of Pentacles is about slowly building a foundation. And when we build it in Pentacles, that foundation stays solid. So it feels like here that somebody, although they know that they have the ability to get something done really quickly, I'm going to say that maybe for some of you, it's not necessarily you that's holding back, but I do feel like the universe is like, okay, remember, you do have the passion and the fire and the power to go get what you want right now, but make sure that you do this in a harmonious way. Make sure that you build it slowly, because if you build your house on the sand for my religious folks here, if you build your house on the sand, right, the sand is going to always move and your house is going to fall in. But if you build your house on the rock, then you will have you'll have stability forevermore. And so I feel like that's sort of what this Three of Pentacles is telling me. Whatever you're building right now, make sure it stays in a harmonious balance and build it slow. Take your time, because the King of Wands has grown up sitting on the throne and has already learned that lesson. Growing up from the Knight of Wands, who was very unstable and did things quickly and bravely, but really without much stability. The King of Wands has to be stable. That's a king. I run the kingdom. I can't be taking risks, all sorts of risks that are not educated risks. The King of Wands has more wisdom because they're older. We've got the Empress. We've got the Five of Cups. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. It does feel like there is something that is very abundant. Now, I feel like somebody is keeping themselves seated on the throne in this King of Wands energy. And I feel like that there's something in the distance that you want. Or maybe you are the Empress. Take it as it resonates for you, whatever side. The King of Wands has masculine energy. The Empress is feminine leaning, but also has masculine energy. The King is masculine leaning, but also has feminine energy. The Empress is feminine leaning with masculine energy. I think I said that right. Okay, so I feel like the King of Wands sees the abundance in the future. Now, the King of Wands, just because you're a woman watching this, it doesn't mean you can't be the King of Wands, because the King of Wands also has feminine energy. And so it feels like somebody here is wanting to chase something, but is sort of pulling back the urge to do so. And I think that's smart because the polarity could flip. And it's okay if it does, if that's what you want. If you're the person who is the woman in your masculine energy and you are the person who would be pursuing or pulling together the relationship, then I would say that you're right where you're supposed to be. If you are somebody who is a man and you are in your masculine energy, same thing, right? I feel like somebody here is wanting to pursue abundance or pursue the Empress. The Empress could be a person. Could also be pursuing a new beginning, something that is about to be birthed. It feels like with the Five of Cups energy here, it feels like somebody here feels that they can no longer wait anymore because the Seven of Pentacles is here. And the Seven of Pentacles is being patient. It's reassessment. It's working really hard. But I feel like someone feels here that they've either put in enough work or that I need to stop waiting. I need to stop holding back and taking my time, or I'm going to regret that I did. I need to bring things into balance at this time. Even though things are building slowly, just because it's not at the Ten of Pentacles doesn't mean it's not worth building on. Tell me more. We've got the King of Swords. We've got the Moon energy. And we've got the Six of Wands. So I feel like somebody is going to step forward and say something here. Now, look, you could be reading this from your perspective. This could be about you, or this could be about someone else that is coming toward you. But you're going to make that decision because you're bringing your discernment here, right? I feel like somebody is going to find a creative way to get the attention of the Empress. The King of Wands energy is not only excitement or going to get what you want, but it's also finding creative ways to get the things that you desire. And I feel like somebody here desires either a new beginning or a new path to open here. Because this pregnancy can mean a child, can mean somebody is pursuing another person because they want to begin a family or they want to have a family. But it also could be that there is some sort of a new path that is opening because the Empress is very creative as well. We have two very creative energies here. And then I know that about you, Scorpio, that you are very creative. Many musicians that I know in my life are Scorpio energy. Oh, and a Scorpio did my nails. That's very creative. Thank you, Daisy. So the King of Swords, it tells me here that somebody is, I feel wanting, is holding back. I feel like the reason that we have the Justice and the King of Wands here is because somebody is holding back and getting all the details first. Before I go in and I have this new beginning, before I go in and I start the new chapter, before I go in and I pursue the Empress, I want to make sure that I have all of the facts, all of the figures. Somebody here is trying to keep their passions under the surface, as the King of Swords will do. You don't really know what the King of Swords is thinking, feminine or masculine. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but Aquarius energy will keep it under the surface until that time that they're ready to execute the plan. It's usually everything is kept under the surface, and I'm not going to tell you till the last possible second. We do have the Moon energy here, and it feels like something here is about to happen that maybe doesn't feel like it's about to happen, but I would say that's because it's in the Moon energy. So Scorpio, like I said, it could be about you, or it could be somebody who is, this could be somebody who is deciding to plan something here that you don't really see or don't really know, but we could also be talking about you. The Six of Wands tells me that once the plan is executed, it will be flawless. I feel like there'll be a lot of attention. I feel like I want to say that somebody here has an ego. It feels like it's one of the kings, because the kings do have to live in some sort of ego because they are taking risks, right? They are making decisions that are hard ones. But I feel like somebody is in their ego and saying, there's just no way that the Empress is going to say no. There's just no way the Empress is going to say no. I'll put down two cards here so to see what's going on under the surface that we don't see, whatever's in this Moon energy, which is the Judgment card and the Nine of Wands. So it looks like a decision is being made here to be birthed into a new cycle. It's like a rebirth, I would say. And what we're being rebirthed from here is the Nine of Wands. So somebody here who felt like their only choice was to sit and wait, to be resilient, to wait it out. It feels like somebody here is either going to approach or is going to approach somebody else. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. This is already in motion. The Seven of Swords, but it's under the surface. And although the Seven of Swords can be some deception, I don't believe that this is a deception that is terrible. I feel like somebody wants to give you attention, Scorpio, but I feel like they're being very careful and waiting until the right time. And I don't think you're going to know when that time is because the moon energy is here. I think with the Five of Cups at the center of your reading that you're sitting here thinking, this person is no way as interested in me as I am interested in them, or the job is never going to call, or whatever it is that's going on in your life. I feel like the Five of Cups is, you're feeling like it's never going to show up the way I think it is. It's been way too long. But I feel like as you're in this energy of it's never going to happen, I feel like you flip into this energy of, well, then maybe I should just stop waiting myself and I should just get it done. Because the Empress is going to have that new beginning. It's going to have that brand new cycle regardless. The baby has to be born, right? The new cycle has to be born regardless. And it does feel like somebody here is waiting for that cycle to begin. We do have the Sun energy here. It feels like there is going to be a breakthrough. We could be talking about someone who's finally going to make that choice, the most important choice that they've made, or that there is just a breakthrough that I don't want to argue about this anymore. I don't want to argue with myself about this anymore. This could be something that's going on within the self. I don't want to argue with myself anymore about whatever is under the surface. It's like somebody is saying, whatever will be, will be. I'm going to let the universe tell me what is coming next, and I will abide. All right. Tell me about Scorpio. Let's clarify just a little bit here. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is it that you're after here? The King of Wands energy is what I'll clarify first. I think we'll do the King of Wands and the Justice energy together because somebody has a knowing. I know I'm going to get what I want. I just need to devise a plan that's going to give me the knowledge and the know-how in order to get it here. Somebody here has been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for something to build or something that's building slowly. It feels like it is something that is, when things build slowly, it's because they're going to stand the test of time. So when we rush things, we are giving it an unstable foundation. The Three of Pentacles is the stable foundation, and the 7 and the 3 is 10. So I feel like this is a stable foundation that's being built slowly, and that's why you're holding back. I think you see the value in waiting on something here. Tell me about the King of Wands and Justice, please. We'll do King of Wands first. I've got the 7 of Wands. I don't think that I think it makes you feel uncomfortable that you are waiting because look, the King of Wands is the one who's going to get up and go and get it. It's mine. That's it. But I feel like you are practicing holding back a little bit. And the 7 of Wands is telling me that makes you feel like your energy levels are blocked, or maybe you're just acting out of character and it feels uncomfortable in your body. We've got the 5 of Swords. Yeah, you're really speaking to the self in a way of, what are you doing? You're the King of Wands. Why aren't you going to get it? I think that you're being really hard on yourself. And I feel like the reason that you're not going to get it is because you need justice in waiting for this slow foundation to build. We've got the 10 of Wands. So you are carrying something here that is heavy. It feels like you're weighed down by the 5 of Swords. You're weighed down by whatever is about to go down, but whatever you're holding back from at this time. Because I feel like you know that if you go running in, that fire does burn out, and you don't want that to happen. You want to keep things in balance while the foundation is building itself. We've got the Star. We've got the 9 of Cups. Something is coming into alignment here. The Star is wish fulfillment, and the 9 of Cups is happiness that you've built on your own, but it's also alignment. So I feel like you know that you'll be happy on your own, but and so that is what's helping you hold back from pushing over this 3 of Pentacles here and the Magician, because you're waiting for the foundation to create itself. I feel like there is something here that you really want. You want it really bad, and you usually in the past would just run in and take it. You would run in and get it, and then when it fell to the ground or when the fire burnt out, you wondered what went wrong. And so I think that if you are apart from what you want, if you're apart from your person, if you are if it's something that is an obstacle that's in the way of you getting what you want right now, I feel like it's by design. The Empress would hold back. The Empress doesn't really need anything. The Empress is somebody who has their own solid foundation. And I'm going to take care of the things. I'm going to take care of me, focus on me, make sure everything that I need is in place. And then I'm going to attract everything else. So I feel like somebody here is practicing the law of attraction and you don't even know it. You're looking at it like, I want that thing and I can't have it because it's because the job hasn't yet called, or the contract is not yet signed, or my person is too far away. I think you're looking at it as an obstacle. How can I get that thing? But I think that the Empress is somebody who is going to focus on themselves. So if you are the one who is feminine leaning, you might be the Empress. And please know that you are doing exactly what you should do. You're waiting for the foundation to build itself. So there are no cracks in the foundation. Let's talk about this Five of Cups. We've got the Queen of Cups. Be kind to yourself. I feel like the Queen of Cups not only is empathic and psychic, and that's the reason why this person is patient and kind and compassionate, is because the Queen of Cups is connected empathically and psychically to her universe, right? To emotions, to water, to passive energy, which is the Queen of Cups. Tell me more. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like the Five of Cups is telling me that you're sad because you're regretful because everything is taking too long. And the Knight of Pentacles is here saying, but look, there is still a goal. I do have the Pentacle. The opportunity is coming. And even though it's moving slowly, it is supposed to be moving slowly so we can reassess along the way and we can make the turns wherever we need emotionally. We can acclimate to it slowly instead of starting in fire and having it burn out. I feel like that's the wisdom of the King of Wands. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. So you might be somebody who is ready. I feel like you're ready, Scorpio. I think that you're ready for something to change. You're confident that it will. I feel like you are, I'm going to say, taking your time to be in your own energy and build your own world, whether that is financially, in confidence, your reputation. Maybe you're having a glow up. Maybe you're changing how you look on the outside. Maybe you're taking better care of your health, which is also Pentacles. But it feels like you're trying to find things to fill your time while you're waiting for something to take off here. I'm going to talk about the moon energy, and then we're going to go into the extended here. If you'd like to be in the extended, please check out the pinned comment at the top of all the comments. There is a link there to go to the membership area if you would like to watch at least 4 extendeds per month. You can purchase this one outright if you would like to. There's a link there. And if you're interested in a private reading, right now there are sales in the live energies. The live readings are on sale between 5 and 75% off. Please just book in advance. You'll get a discount. And also I'm doing pre-recorded readings. Thank you for keeping me so busy, y'all. I'm very busy with private readings and I appreciate you all. All right, let's talk about the moon energy and then we'll go to the extended. Tell me about the moon. What is not as it seems? Well, the Seven of Pentacles is here. And I think that all you can see is right now you have to wait. And it's waiting due to something that is outside of your circumstances. So you have no control over it because when the major arcana show up, the major arcanas are in control. So I feel like you're not able to see it for a reason. I feel like this is the time for you to gain courage, for you to gain strength, and for you to practice holding back and waiting. This is a lesson in patience. It's not a punishment. It's preparation. We do have the Eight of Cups here. And again, it's telling me that by the time this thing shows up and you're ready for it and it's ready for you, whether it's a person, a job, a contract, whatever it is that you're building that is going to last the test of time, it feels like the universe is trying to teach you how to disconnect from it. Stop wanting it. Stop needing it. And that's when it will show up for you. Just treat it as though you already have it and it will arrive. That's the lesson of the Empress. That when you flip the polarity and you start chasing things, you start chasing things like the King of Wands, chasing things in fire, that's when things burn out. But if you wait, if you're patient like Taurus, if you are in balance like Libra, and you're waiting for things to come about, I feel like that's when things are going to work out the way they should. Again, we've got the Five of Cups. I want you to stop looking at it as though this is something that is blocking you from what you want, because please understand that it's already in motion. You just can't see it. That's all. So stop talking badly to yourself about what's going on here and know that a breakthrough is coming. If this is a person or a choice that you're making, this thing is about to speed up. Eight of Wands is here. I'm going to go to the extended. If you'd like to be there, come on there with us. And if this is where we part, that's okay, Scorpio, because I will be back because I'm always back. You guys take care of yourselves. And I'm up for now. Bye-bye.